Hello, just want to do a video here. So I want to try and provide some content as would be a good thing to do for somebody who's actually going to take time to watch a video, you know. Give them something for free, because, I mean, you know, the only thing I want to make money out of is trading. And I'm, you know, I've got no affiliation, I've got no ads on my YouTube. I know that I'm not going to make any money out of anything else apart from trading. You know, so it's a very kind of, you know, there's no conflict of interest in what I'm talking about. So actually, I thought the clocks must have gone back, because in America there's always a discrepancy for maybe a few weeks, maybe a couple of weeks or something, or a week, where the market actually opens in the UK at, you know, 1:20. And normally, no, at 1:30, but normally it'll open at 2:30. I didn't know that had happened today, so it's lucky I've just looked, because I didn't know the market was going to open in 10 minutes. But that's good, because it gives me another hour of trading before work. So yeah, it's probably a good time to do a video. So yeah, well, you know, this is an even better time to do a video, because I can give some content, you know, and the content I can give is how I'm beginning my trading day, how I'm moving forward, you know, what I'm doing to get prepared for the day, which is nothing to do with anything outside of trading knowledge, you know. It's not like, you know, making a cup of tea, although I have just made a nice cup of coffee here. But I didn't know the market was going to open, so, you know, these are 5-minute charts I look through here, but obviously I can't see anything on the start of the day, because it's only showing me today. So I have to look at 15-minute charts for at least the first hour and a half, you know, when I'm screening through stocks. But before I do any of this, or before one does any of this, one first would definitely take a look at Market Watch. So I've actually got, well, this home screen here, you know, the home screen, I've got my broker to the right of me on one iPad, and then I've got this, well, what I've got is I've got this map and the bull and bear thing. See the bull and bear thing at the top there? I actually magnify that, so that's one of the main indicators that I use, which is just saying, in general, what's the up to the minute flow of the market? What's the market doing right now, you know? And then I can look at, then I've got the SPY. So I've got the SPY is there, S&P 500, but I've got the SPY open on a separate little window there, so that's constantly in front of me, because I've got to know where the markets are going at all times, you know. So basically, if the SPY is coming down to a support point, so it came down to 280, well no, 285 there. So see at 285 it reversed, and it's a very strong point, because if you see back in October, you know, I don't even have to scroll back any further. Back in October, down there, it spiked down to 285. And obviously, when it made that big move down, it bounced off 285. You didn't know it was going to bounce off 285, but if you've seen it there, if you just seen it there and you looked at, you know, obviously the market, it looks really volatile there, and obviously it is, but when you go in the 15-minute chart, it's not moving like that during the day. It's still taking the day to move, you know. So when you see it hit, like, for example, 290 down there, you know, you could, say you were, so, because well, basically I have the 3-minute chart of this SPY going, and also I'll have in my mind the chart of the SPY. I'll have in my mind where we are in the markets, and generally this is what I'm doing pre-market. So what I'm doing now, I mean, luckily pre-market stuff it only takes 5-10 minutes to do, because it's not really, you know, you just, all the information that you need is very quick to look over, you know, when you're trading the US equities, because you learn stuff as you go on, you know. You notice stuff as you go on. So let's go back. So the first thing is Market Watch. So obviously I've got the SPY there open. I've got that map there with the sectors. So I said about the bull and bear indicator in the SPY, but this map is really good. So if I refresh this, it should change colour. Oh no, it doesn't. Well, I don't know. No, I don't know what's going on, because normally this would, unless that, yeah, no, this is it now. This is it now. This is really bad. I mean, I think that's, because what I thought was, when I saw this map, I thought this was the map from Friday, and it just hadn't updated yet because it was before the market opened. But this looks like this is what's happening now. It's looking really bad, you know. That is, you know, the Nasdaq is down nearly 2%, you know, S&P 500 down nearly 2%. I mean, this is looking, it's going to be one of them days again. But obviously, you know, I'm trading CFDs. I've got access to nearly all the stocks to short. Not all of them, I'd say half of them. Because a lot of the time I try to short and it doesn't work, but anyway, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter what, but it makes it more exciting. I mean, it shows how much you need to keep an eye. I mean, on days like this, you especially need to know where the main markets are at all times, because every decision you make is going to be, you know, is going to have to factor this into it. So if you take a stock, so for example, let me just give you a quick example, okay, so I can get this clear to you. You know, especially if you want to be the type of trader who really only goes for the creme de la creme of trades. Basically, what you want to find is somewhere where you think the SPY is going to reverse. I went a bit Michael Jackson there. I went a bit feminine in my the way I was talking. So say for example, when that's at 285, yeah, and it was coming down to there to bounce off 285, you know, where I just said a minute ago. It was 285, wasn't it? Yeah, 285. So say you see it come down there, and then you look at the daily chart. And say for example, I'm just going to find a bit of a support level where it bounced off. Say it was, I'll come back a bit here. Okay, say it was 298, but say that 298 was a level going back. So say 290, yeah. So say there was a strong level. It probably will be. No, you know, it's not. So say it had gone up to 300, for example. So say that top bit, yeah, that's a better example. So you're looking for a pattern on the SPY. So say that 298 there had actually hit up at 300, and then it'd get down below 300 there. You know, it would be such an obvious reversal point for the SPY. So obviously, because you have that information continuously in front of you, you know, which doesn't take, you know, it's not like you have to keep an eagle eye on it. It's just you just look at it, and then that's it. You know where it is. You know where you are. You know where you stand. You know, it's like being organised in life. You know, if you're organised, you know, and you set yourself up for a good day, you'll have a good day. But if you're disorganised and you've got stuff everywhere and you don't know what's going on, you're probably going to mess things up during that day. So anyway, then what I'm saying is, when you've got that information coupled with another stock which is due to reverse. So say for example, you're seeing that reversal coming, and then also the stock that you're looking at is really extended down and looks like it's going to shoot up anyway. You know? Oh, that was a short I was doing. So that, well, when I spoke about the SPY just a second ago there, it was going down, and that was a reversal downwards, wasn't it? So, sorry, wasn't it? It sounds condescending, doesn't it? What I'm saying is that, so let me find a short example here. Okay, so for example, just to get this over with, because I want to look at Market Watch. You see March the 6th there, you see it goes down and it goes up, yeah. Say when it goes up it was at 300 where the SPY was, you know, say there's resistance on there and you're going to short it. You know, it's just things matching up, you know. It's just the momentum, all the stocks move on their own, obviously. But what you do is you match, you know, the main markets up with the stock that you're in, and also the news of the stock, the type of news for the stock you're in. I mean, it's all in, the beauty of it is that it's all the information's in front of you. It's not like you have to learn anything secret. You just have to just look at what's going on, you know, and know how to put in a proper rank, you know, a proper order of importance, the information that you're getting. And that's a difficult thing at the start. You don't know what information is good or not. And one of the prime examples for me a learning thing in that was that there was a bit of news in the stock and it said blah blah cures cancer, basically. It said it cures cancer, you know. And obviously me not knowing what was going on, I thought, oh, and I actually got in that trade and it just went flat all day. It just went sideways, you know. So you have to know what kind of information is going to do stuff, but mainly with information, they're trigger points. You know, a publication coming out, you know, or an event within a company, you know, which is also very interesting, you know. This is slammed by coronavirus, you know. This is all coronavirus going on here. But obviously there's stocks going up, you know, and the stocks that are going up probably are ones related to the coronavirus at the moment, because that's, you know, I almost guarantee that SPEX is something to do with coronavirus. The coronavirus, COVID19. Look, immunotech. That was the second one down. That wasn't even. See, look, COVID-19. So there you go. You know. And this, I mean, this looks like a short now. This looks like a short. This looks like a short at the open. We've actually opened now as well. The stock market has opened. So I think this is going to go down just from looking at that. You know, just all I saw was that chart there. But I do actually think that looks like it's going to drop now. You know, I wouldn't take a bet on it. But, you know, because it's too... Well, I mean, I could have done it if I had my broker ready. But I'm doing this video, you know. And the other thing is, you've got plenty of time. You know? There's no rush. No rush. And that's one of the major things. Well, imagine, I mean, you can lose all your money in the first half an hour of trading, and then you've got the whole rest of the day, and you're just sitting there in front of the markets knowing that you've just pissed away all your money and planning how you're going to trade properly tomorrow, you know. But so 350. So look, yeah. So that's more, you know. It was just up at, it was, you know, like, all I saw when I saw that, yeah, is just it's so extended up. It's gapped up again, but look at it. It's ridiculously high, and it's at a resistance level, which is, I mean, it's ridiculously high. You know, we're talking, you know, timesing by 3. And who knows what's going to happen with this, but people are taking profits, you know. You start to understand, you know, you start to be able to really see when a stock is going to pop. You know, one pitfall might be that I would look at this stock now and I'd be, oh, I missed it, I missed that move, I could have shorted it. Wow, if I'd have had my broker open, I could have shorted that and actually made money. Then you get pissed off and then you try and force trades, you know. It's really, it's a real test of your psyche, you know. And, you know, even if you're talented, if you're a pauper like me, you know, it could seem like an impossible mountain to climb. But I mean, look at that. I mean, you know, who's your daddy? Who's the daddy? You know, I just know this stuff. Where was that? It was where was it when I said to short it? I can't remember now. Anyway, I haven't even looked at Market Watch yet, but I mean, I don't even really need to look at it. You know? It's pretty obvious what's going on. You know, it's the bubonic plague 2020. Let's have a look at Market Watch here, just for maybe I'll get to see what Donald Trump is talking about. Some nonsense, you know. I mean, it's not market. It's so funny because looking at Market Watch is almost like looking at a comic, you know. It's just a little bit of entertainment before the market opens, and something that's getting you into the spirit of the world, you know, the spirit of the global, or especially the American, you know, what's going on in America, and what the feel is for the day, what's happening, because obviously we can see that everything's red and mad and terrible, but it might reverse, you know, it might go down, and you might think, oh, short everything, put your whole portfolio in short mode, and then an hour after the market opens, it reverses, you know. You know, that's why it's nice to be cowardly and not do anything. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I'm just glory being in with my short prediction there. You know, I could have taken that, really, couldn't I? That's how you find stocks and see them. That's the other thing. That's why I have my broker right here. So I've got another iPad here, and I've got access to my broker, and I'm really quick at calculating how many shares I can buy, because often when you see a stock that you think is going to move in a certain direction because of just, in that case it was just that variable. It was just looking at that daily chart. Anyway, you can predict it. Anyway, this video is just way too long now. Look at that, it just dropped again, look. I'd make a good trader, wouldn't I? I'd make a good trader. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to finish this video now. Have a good one. See you later.